they love themselves some Matt Harvey up here at Citi Field, and why not? He's been one of the most dominant pitchers since the All-Star break. In fact, 31 starts in his big league career where he's allowed 1 run or fewer. Tonight, it's Game 3 between the Phils and the New York Mets. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy, joined by Ben Davis. Greg Murphy is lurking. He'll be along in just a little bit. All right, so this matchup is pretty interesting. For Aaron Nola, everything is brand new for him, and he's loving the fact that he's going to go up against a guy like Matt Harvey, who he said is one of the best competitors he's ever watched.
He should love this opportunity and really cherish it. I had a chance to take an elevator ride with Aaron Nola today, and he was very much so looking forward to this opportunity this evening. And he should be, because he's been throwing the ball so well as of late, and he's got a great chance to go ahead and beat Matt Harvey tonight.
All right, so this is his last start against the San Diego Padres. This is one of the better ones that we saw because he was able to use pinpoint accuracy with all of his pitches. In fact, Cameron Rupp said he loved the fact that he was able to get the ball on the inside and outside part of the plate. All he had to do was put the glove out there. You see the numbers, 1 earned run in his last 15 innings.
Well, that's pretty darn good, Tom. And I also like the fact he was able to use that breaking ball behind in counts to get him back in counts. He did have a wipeout breaking ball his last outing against San Diego. It was very fun to watch.
All right, so now on the other side, it's Matt Harvey. We've seen him a number of times. He has dominated the Phillies. We saw him earlier this season here at Citi Field, and this place was electric. What do we expect from him tonight?
Like you said at the top, they love them some Dark Knight Matt Harvey here in New York City, and rightfully so. He is as good as it gets. He's learning how to pitch. Keith Hernandez talked to us the other night. He said, listen, this guy's sitting at 94, 95, but he's pitching. He's pinpoint control. He's breaking ball. He's using all 4 pitches. He has become a pitcher and not so much just a thrower, but his last 8 starts here at Citi Field, a .99 ERA.
And last time he was out against the Boston Red Sox, they just didn't score for him. He left, and they wound up blowing that ball game. His numbers in August, 2-0, 4 starts, a 0.33 ERA, only 2 walks, and 24 strikeouts. So it should be a good one. We're hoping that Aaron Nola is up to the task. He feels like he will be. It'll be Nola against Harvey. Well, Darren Ruff had a fantastic night last night. He had 6 RBIs. That's a career high. All of the success coming against left-handers, it's pretty darn good for the Phils. When we return, we'll go to the Comcast Sportsnet studios. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Where will Toyota take you? Visit buyattoyota.com to find out. Toyota, let's go places. Buy Xfinity, the official entertainment provider of the Philadelphia Phillies. Buy Citizens Bank, 1 deposit checking. Keeping things simple is helping you bank better. Buy Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of the Phils. And by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Learn more at IVX.com. though, because Chris Mullen, the head basketball coach at St. John's, of course a legend in these parts, is about to throw out the ceremonial first pitch. The man could flat out shoot. No question about that. You don't often see a starting pitcher that relaxed when somebody's out on his mound, but Matt Harvey seemed awfully relaxed. I think Harvey told him he should go on the rubber and he should throw from the rubber, not from the foot of the mound. Not too bad.
Very nice pitch. Slipped a little bit, but delivered a strike.
Looks like he's ready to go back to the beach now after this first pitch. So last night it was Gino Auriemma. Tonight it's Chris Mullen. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies. They're looking to win this series here tonight. Brought to you by Xfinity, the official entertainment provider of the Phils. Darnell Sweeney leads it off in left field. Then Cesar Hernandez and Odubel Herrera. Ryan Howard starts in first. He's the cleanup batter. Andres Blanco, the third baseman, bats fifth. Dominic Brown starts tonight, despite being 0 for 10 with 7 strikeouts against Matt Harvey. Cameron Rupp does the catching. Freddie Galvis is at shortstop, batting eighth. And Aaron Nola is on the mound. And he will hit ninth, and they will face right-hander Matt Harvey, the 26-year-old from Groton, Connecticut, out of the University of North Carolina, 11-7. He probably should have more wins, but there are games that they blow at the end after he's out, let's say after 7 or even 8 innings. They skipped him the last time the Phillies and the Mets faced off, so that's why they didn't see him at Citi Field. But he pitched last Friday against the Boston Red Sox. And the scouting report is, well, he's really good.
And he's really good here over the last 8 starts. You see 4-0 with a .99. That's just silly. And in the month of August, they're hitting .160. They're hitting 160 against him in August. But he will touch 98. But we said in the open as well, Keith Hernandez has said he's become a pitcher, not just a thrower.
All right, it's time now for our Nissan keys to tonight's ball game, Ben.
See Harvey's heater down. They have to see that fastball down the zone. If you start swinging at 5 fastballs, you're not going to catch up to it. Swing right through him. And the other is Nola. Don't change what you've been doing. He's been outstanding over the last couple starts. He doesn't have to change a thing just because it's the Mets and they've been swinging the bats well.
Well, just listening to him talk yesterday when he was in the dugout, it was kind of funny about his first visit to New York City. He's never been to New York City. Well, he's going to get a chance to start here at Citi Field. Darnell Sweeney starts tonight in left field, and he takes a strike, so we're underway. Sweeney was 2 for 5 in last night's ball game. Scored a couple runs, drove in 3. Fouls it back, and it's 0-2. Tonight's Lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant is Christine Heckler of Hatfield, Pennsylvania, that is. Phillies hit a home run in today's ball game, then Christine will win $100.
Good luck, Christine.
0-2 pitch. Inside, 1-2. Matt Harvey is not allowed more than 2 runs in any of his last 8 starts. And that's only the beginning of the dominant numbers. Change up, and he has his first strikeout. So 1 out here in the top of the first. And that'll bring Cesar Hernandez to the plate.
Heck of a pitch here. Change up, good arm speed, but the location of the pitch alongside with the speed. I mean, that's only 6-7 miles an hour off his fastball, but the location is how he got that strikeout.
Well, now Cesar Hernandez, who has 3 hits in this series, 3 for 8. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Cesar with 30 multi-hit games here in 2015. Starting to stir a little bit, which is a good thing to see. 0-2. Phil Cuzzy's buying in. He's the home plate umpire tonight. And a high fastball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cuzzy, the veteran, is behind home plate. Jerry Davis is the crew chief. Will Little is at second, and Jim Wolf is around at third. Two strikeouts for Harvey. Throws a breaking ball there. So he's got the first hitter on a changeup, the second hitter on a curveball, and there are 2 outs. That's a good pitch.
You think?
I didn't want to overstate things, Ben. Well, this season, 2.48 ERA, 5th best in the National League. Batting average against .213. Again, the 11 wins could be higher.
Doesn't there always seem to be one pitcher on one staff that does not get run support? It seems every team.
And it doesn't seem like it phases him at all as he starts Odubel off with a pitch low. It's 1-0.
Well, if you think about it, what else can you do? All you can do, and I hate to say, well, I'm going to be selfish about it, but all he can worry about is Matt Harvey and going out there and dealing every time he can. He can't worry about run support and what his team is doing for him offensively. Just go out and be Matt Harvey.
His last outing, he went 6 innings, allowed 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. He left after 103 pitches. He had a little bit of an issue with command, only because his splits were not as they were in previous starts. Still 66 strikes in that game. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Odubel. And the pitch to him. Swing and miss. He got a fastball, so he just struck out the side. All 3 strikeouts swinging. Middle of the first is the Phillies nothing, and the Mets coming up. And Matt Harvey's got a little power going tonight. Series. Let's take a look at Terry Collins' lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity, the official entertainment provider of the Philadelphia Phillies. Granderson, Cespedes, and Murphy. David Wright will bat cleanup. Michael Conforto bats fifth. Travis d'Arnaud sixth. At the bottom third of Kelly Johnson, Ruben Tejada, and Matt Harvey. They will face right-hander Aaron Nola. Nola comes into this ball game with a 5-1 record, an ERA of 3.26. He has been very good for the Phils. First pitch to Curtis Granderson. Take it for a strike. It's 0-1. Scouting report on Nola.
Average fastball sitting right around 90. His curveball has been outstanding. More of a slurve, I think, than anything. But his curveball's been very, very good. His last 2 starts, 15 innings pitched with just the 1 earned run.
0-2 to Granderson, who is 1 for 8 in this series. The one was a 2-run home run. Inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Aaron Nola, just 22 years old. With all the baseball that he's played, most of it has been in his hometown of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Swing and a miss. Gets him on the breaking ball, 1 away. So with that, he has never been to New York City. The first time he set foot on the streets of New York City was Sunday when the Phillies arrived. He said it's busy. And it is.
This is the wipeout breaking ball here. The fastball in, I think, really set that breaking ball up because it came out of the same arm slot. Granderson reads it, doesn't pick up the spin, thinks it's another fastball in, and swings over the top of it.
That'll bring Cespedes to the plate. 282 with the Mets, 9 home runs, 25 runs batted in. He has a career high 27 home runs between the Tigers and the Mets. Takes curveball, 0-1. Got it in on the hands, popped up on the left side. Blanco will make the catch. And there are 2 outs. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, the Phillies return home to take on the Atlanta Braves. The final visit to Philadelphia for the Braves in 2015. Tickets can be purchased anytime by going to Phillies.com. Things are not going particularly well for the Braves. 12-37 since they were 4 games out of the division, and at 500 at 42-42. And that's a remarkable turn of events. It's kind of like the way the Phillies started the season.
And they lost again today.
Right. Lost 7-3 to the Miami Marlins, which means the Marlins have taken over 3rd place. And if the Phillies can win tonight, well, they're going to keep on climbing, and that's a good thing. 1-0 pitch to Murphy. It's low. 2 balls, no strikes.
You really take it over, though. You take over 3rd place.
Take ownership, Ben Davis. Take ownership.
There's only one place you want to be, and that's in 1st.
Well, as my buddy Bob used to say, baby steps. Out toward right field. Dominic Brown lingers back a few steps from the track, and an easy inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Mets. Each team has gone down in order in their half of the 1st. It's a 4-game series. Friday the 11th, the Cabrini College knit hat to fans 15 and older. There is the knit hat. You can get tickets purchased right now by moving to Phillies.com.
It's a great hat.
I love those hats. I don't know about you, but I have a ton of them from the last 6 or 7 years. You just load up on them.
Well, it's got the Phillies emblem and also the American flag.
Very patriotic.
Can't go wrong.
By the way, great national anthem tonight.
Yes.
I guess you would say 2 violinists did a fantastic job. Ryan Howard will lead things off, and Howard swings at the first pitch, lines it toward left center field. Cespedes closes quickly. 1 away. Well, Murph, 1 pitch, 1 set aside. Middle of the order has been somewhat vacant without Maikel Franco recently.
It really has, Tom. The Phillies have certainly noticed him missing in the middle of that lineup, and it doesn't seem like it's going to rectify itself anytime soon. Maikel Franco was supposed to swing off a tee today, and he did that for a little bit, but Pete Mackanin told us afterwards that he was a little bit symptomatic and that he is not going to be able to continue with that process. They're going to take a step back and just slow it down a little bit. He's still wearing that brace on the wrist, and he was feeling it when he was swinging. So what does that mean? Well, they were hopeful that maybe he could make it back in the middle of September, but that probably is not going to happen at this point. They're probably going to have to just shut him down for the year. They're not doing that yet. They're going to wait a couple of days and see how he feels, but it does not look likely that Franco will be back this season, guys.
I'll tell you, I'd love to see him play. I love watching him play. He's effervescent. He's got a great attitude. But you know what? You don't want to fool around with that.
No, and not with a hitter's hands. You hit with your hands.
1 ball and 1 strike to Andres Blanco, and Blanco lines one to left center field, and he is on again. It's a 1-out single. First hit for the Phils. During the 2015 season, Turkey Hill, the official ice cream of the Phillies, will contribute $100 for each Phillies victory and 5 cents for each carton of Phillies Grand Slam ice cream, sold to support the Phillies youth baseball and softball programs. All right, I'm buying into Andres Blanco. I mean, his average is over 300, which we've talked about. I mean, he just keeps getting hits.
Well, his swing is just right through the ball, and he's staying through the base. He's not trying to do too much, I guess what I'm trying to say.
Ben, I need to interrupt you.
Okay.
I think Murph wanted to ask us a question. Murph, did you have a question for us?
I didn't really, Tom. I was going to talk to our producer, John DeSangro.
Oh, okay. All right, well, you go ahead and talk to John. I didn't want to leave you out.
Thank you.
1-0 pitch is a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And Andres is doing it from both sides.
Correct. It's been a great addition.
Saw him in the dugout today. I said, what a beautiful day. I said to him in Spanish, of course, and he looked up, and just the biggest smile on his face. He loves playing baseball. He loves it.
Well, as long as you really said it was a beautiful day and not something else, and he looked up thinking, this guy's crazy. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dominic Brown. Swing and a miss, 1-2. 96 on that fastball. All right, so the fastball's topped out at 98 tonight, but it has ranged, as you talked about, below 95. And when he needs to really tune it up, he gets it to 98.
Nice to have that in your back pocket, isn't it?
Sure is. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside, 2-2. Second half of the season for Matt Harvey, 3-1 with an ERA of 1.11. Not counting the hit by Blanco, 30 hits in 48 2/3 innings. Got him. 4 strikeouts.
A high changeup here. See Dom just swinging underneath it, but not the best located pitch.
Yeah, Dom now 0 for 11 with 8 strikeouts against Matt Harvey. That'll bring Cameron Rupp to the plate. Cameron with 8 home runs, 24 runs batted in. You saw the stretch that he's had. He had a great month of August, particularly with the power numbers. He pinch hit in last night's ball game, so he's 0 for 3 in the series with a strikeout. Outside, 1-1.
Cameron has homered in 8 of Nola's 9 starts.
7.
the pitch there, the fastball up. It looks so good because it's closer to your eyes, and you think you can get to it. But at 98, even at 94, 95, you're not going to be able to catch up to that pitch when it's upstairs like that.
Ground ball right side. Waiting for it is Kelly Johnson. Side is retired. No runs. 1 hit and 1 man left for the Phillies. On to the bottom of the second.
For their first hit, but the hits have been coming plenty of late. The whole Mets team is the subject of our lows. Never stopped improving profile. Take a look at them after 132 games last season and this season. Here you see they were in 4th place last year, 13 and a half games behind, and team batting average 236. Only 505 runs scored. The home runs down as well. Then go ahead to look at 2015. Home runs up, way up. Runs way up as well. And that, guys, is why they are 6.5 games ahead in the NL East after 132 games this year.
Yeah, Murph, if you even look at the first half compared to the second half as far as home runs go, second half they've already hit 60 home runs in way less games. They had 75 in the first half. They're on pace to obliterate that number. With a solid month of September, they could do it pretty easily, considering they hit nearly 50 home runs in August.
Yeah, they almost set a franchise record for runs scored in the month of August. They were 4 shy of their franchise record this past month. So, yeah, they've been scoring in bunches.
No balls and 2 strikes to David Wright. Wright is 3 for 8 in this series with a double. All these Mets players facing Aaron Nola for the first time. Wright is 9 for 30 since he's returned from the disabled list. 0-2 pitch. Inside. Well, it did work for Aaron Harang, at least through the first 4 innings last night, to pitch inside like that.
I don't know how this ball misses him.
I don't know how it did. You're right. Curveball's whacked to left center field, and Sweeney will play it on a hop. Leadoff single here in the second, and that'll bring Conforto to the plate.
Well, if you're going to throw this pitch after dusting somebody, you have to make it down in the zone. You can't hang it like that. If I'm David Wright, yeah, I'm diving. After I get dusted, I'm going to be diving back out over the plate. I'm thinking if Aaron Nola doubles up inside there, you're going to catch him looking, because he knew he was going to go back outside with an off-speed pitch.
Well, here's Conforto. 302, 4 home runs. That's talented rookie. High in the air to left field. Waiting for it is Sweeney. And there's one away. That'll bring Travis d'Arnaud to the plate. Well, next Friday when the Phillies take on the Chicago Cubs, we mentioned it earlier, The knit hat compliments of Cabrini College. That's for fans 15 and older. All part of a 4-game series with the Cubs. Tickets can be purchased by going to Phillies.com. Darno 1 for 5 in the series. An RBI, couple of walks. He was lifted from last night's ball game with a number of other Mets, and Terry Collins said after the game, he said, I wasn't conceding anything. I was just trying to get some guys off their feet. I mean, in essence, he was conceding, but you're never going to say that because you want your bench players to know that you think they have it in them. No balls and 1 strike to Darno.
It's the PC way to say it.
That's exactly right. PC by TC. I just made that up. Center field, Odubel Herrera comes in. And there are 2 outs. Here's Kelly Johnson, who's playing second base tonight. Daniel Murphy is playing first base against the right-hander. Wilmer Flores, who could be playing second or short for the Mets, went home to Venezuela. It's because he has an ailing relative, his grandmother, who is ailing. Johnson 3 home runs since the Mets picked him up from the Braves. No balls and 1 strike. Inside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Inside, 2-1.
Aaron kind of yanked that one a little bit. He really fell off. Usually his balance is pretty good. But he seems like he really fell off towards the first base line on that one and brought the ball with him.
And his last 2 starts, he's done that less. I thought he did that a lot in the Blue Jays series. Somebody did ask him if he would approach the Mets basically the way he approached the Blue Jays, and he said, yeah, because they're, they don't have the home run pop that the Blue Jays had, but yeah, I would probably approach them similarly. Out to left field, Sweeney on the run, and he's not going to get it. It's off the wall, running in third, heading for home is David Wright. It's an RBI double, and the Mets take a 1-0 lead.
Very surprised the ball carried that far down the line, but the ball was jumping at AMBP. He gets a pitch down and away and goes with it, but just really hit it in the perfect spot. If Darnell Sweeney can't get there, no one's going to get there.
And the ball did take an odd bounce off the base of the wall. There's no way you can predict that. So Wright was able to score easily from first.
After I saw that it was going to get over Sweeney's head, I was really hoping it was going to bounce on the warning track and bounce over the wall. And David Wright would not have been able to score. He would have been stranded at third due to the rule.
Mets are 5 for 14 right now with runners in scoring position in this series. So they take a 1-0 lead. Here's Ruben Tejada. Curveball inside corner for a strike, 0-1. Tejada has a hit in this series. He scored a run. Little dribbler in front of the plate. It's a foul ball, and it's 0-2. fastball just a bit low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. See, that's the pitch to me that's been so good for him. He's been able to spot this perfectly. Now it's a little low.
Yes.
It's got the plate, but it is low. But somebody taught him really well when he was younger to be able to have that kind of command with his fastball.
Unless you're a knuckleballer, everything jumps off your fastball. You pitch off your fastball. You do. And if you can locate it, I'll tell you, that's half the battle. You do have Harvey on deck here, but you've worked so hard to get to how to out.
Kelly Johnson was getting a good sized lead off second base. Now nobody was coming over to shadow him at all. Ball served out toward right. Here comes Dominic Brown, and he can't get it. Into the crowd goes Dominic Brown. This is going to be dangerous on so many levels. Tejada's already at third. Cesar tracks it down, and this is going to be an inside the park home run. I hope Dominic Brown's okay. 3-0 New York, and now the concern is about Dominic Brown, who went hard into the crowd. Scott Sheridan is trotting out to check out the Phil's right fielder.
I think he's going to be okay. He gives his best effort there. And that's a big man going on to some concrete.
That's a big man going onto some concrete.
Unless you've really had the opportunity to stand next to Dom, he is a monster of a man. Tries to catch himself.
Well, we mentioned there's not a lot of foul territory, so if you're going hard into foul territory, there's a good chance you're going into that wall pretty hard. And in this case, it's a half wall, so it clipped him in half. So it is an inside the park home run, but watch it work real speed and watch how fast he gets into the crowd and flips over.
Good thing he was able to brace himself with his left arm there, because
here's Matt Harvey, who has a 3-0 lead. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Last inside the park home run for a Met was Angel Pagan in 2010 against the Washington Nationals. No balls, 2 strikes to Harvey. And he's down looking, so the side is retired. But the Mets do get 3. They get a run on a double by Johnson and 2 on the inside of Parker by Tejada. Go to the fan section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. The question is, who is the only Mets player besides Edgardo Alfonzo, you know who he has been, to record at least 5 hits, 5 runs, and 5 RBIs in one game?
That's a good night.
Yep. Give you a chance to talk to your brother Glenn, see what he says. I'll give you the answer a little later on. Well, Ruben Tejada, an inside the park home run, was part of that 3-run second inning for the New York Mets. There's not much anybody could do once the ball got past the outfielder when it was so shallow. I mean, it was hit on a line. Cesar Hernandez tried to get back as fast as he could, but even though he missed the cutoff man, I don't think it would have mattered, to be quite honest with you.
No.
Freddie Galvis will lead it off. It'll be Galvis, Nola.
I can honestly say I've never seen that before, Tom.
An outfielder flipping into the crowd like that. Galvis hits in the air to left field, and Conforto's under it. And one away. Well, the Phillies wrap up their series with the Chicago Cubs. The Philly Fanatics one-man band DVD compliments of New Jersey Education Association will be given out free to fans 14 and under. Tickets can be purchased anytime by going to Phillies.com. Here's Aaron Nola, and Nola takes a strike. 0-1. Nola hitting 118 his first year in the majors. It's that one foul, and it's quickly 0-2. Strike 3 called. 5 strikeouts for Matt Harvey. We'll go back to the top of the order for Darnell Sweeney. It's now time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use the hashtag PhillyPhotoDataStrongFan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast. Brought to you by T-Mobile. Darnell Sweeney struck out his first time up. That is, by the way, 154 strikeouts for Harvey and 162 and 2/3 innings this year. On the outs, just off the outside corner. 1 ball, no strikes. He's a little frustrated with himself because he looked like he felt like he leaked a little bit, but
It was a changeup.
yeah, he didn't want to swing at that anyway. They throw him another off-speed pitch. This time a curveball, and it's 1-2.
Yes, it was a curveball. The location, again, location.
And now the 1-2 pitch. Fastball a little high, 2-2.
Nice job of staying off of that one. That's the heater. That's the one that looks so good. That wasn't a little tight on him.
Harvey was drafted out of high school, decided not to sign. Financial package wasn't enough. So he went to North Carolina. That's when the Mets drafted him in 2010 with the 7th overall pick. Throws another breaking ball, and he gets Darnell Sweeney for the 2nd time tonight. That's 6 strikeouts. So the Phillies go down in order, and we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. lineup ever. ShopNissan.com. By Xfinity, the official entertainment provider of the Philadelphia Phillies. And by the Quality Plus Sports Stores. Go further. 3-0 New York. We go to the bottom of the third. And Curtis Granderson will lead things off. Granderson struck out his first time up. Granderson finished the month of August with 22 RBIs. He's also hit 10 home runs since the All-Star break. He rips that one down the right field line, foul. It's 0-1.
Aaron Nola needs to just block out what happened last inning. The team's already down 3-0, which is already going to be a tough challenge for the offense against Matt Harvey. So keep the Mets right there.
Line drive, base hit, and Granderson's aboard. Leadoff single. And Cespedes will step to the plate. Phillies are still offering family packs for select weekend dates. And the time, of course, is running out. The number of home games is dwindling. 4 tickets, 4 Hatfield hot dogs, and 4 Cokes for $100. A great value for families. Order your tickets now by going to Phillies.com. Cespedes popped out. It was an excellent pitch by Nola to get him to pop out. See if he can try to do that again here. First pitch inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Curveball low, 2-0. Despite the fact the Phillies are in last place in the National League East, their record since the All-Star break is 24-18. Now it's not the best in the division because the Mets are 26-17 since the All-Star break. But for Pete Mackanin, whose overall record with the Phils is under 500, it still has been a good run since the break. But as he even pointed out again today, it's time to finish strong here in the month of September. That one's lined out to center field. Here comes Herrera, and he's able to make the catch, closing quickly. And there's one away.
Great jump. That ball doesn't hang up a whole lot because Cespedes didn't get all of it. Another thing Pete Mackanin talked about today was his jumps and how far he has to go to get to some balls. One reporter asked him, do you maybe see him moving back to second base at all? He said absolutely not.
Yeah, I think he's found a home in the outfield.
He said I really like him in center.
Now we have never seen him, aside from 1 inning in spring training, we've never seen him at second base on a consistent basis. But I think you'd be hard pressed to be better at second than he is in center field. Phillies certainly have voids that they have to fill in the years to come, but I would think that they're okay in center. Now they also have some prospects that can play center field, Altair being one of them. Roman Quinn, who before the injury with the Reading Titans was having himself a solid season. But at least you know you have Odubel. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Murphy. That one's into foul territory. Blanco is out of room. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. It went into the garbage can of all places.
Hey, Tom, one other prospect that Pete was talking about is the guy that's out there in left field tonight, Darnell
Absolutely.
Sweeney, too.
Absolutely.
You know, that's where the conversation started, because he said, look, I think Darnell Sweeney, you know, he said it's his best position is center field, and Pete said, I believe that's his best position. But as Ben pointed out, they're pretty happy with what Odubel has done for most of this season as well. So it's a good problem to have that kind of depth. And Pete did say, hey, going into spring training next year, nobody has a job guaranteed to them, and that includes Odubel, and you know, he's going to have to continue to work for his position in center field, but he feels pretty comfortable with them out there for sure.
And I don't want to overstep my bounds, but I would think if you're an accomplished center fielder, then you can play, let's say, left field. Now, they don't have the arm to play right field, I don't think, but you can play left field if you have to. Would you guys agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
No balls and 2 strikes to Murphy. Throw over to first. Granderson's back.
But I think center field is the toughest to play. Because you have, say, over 2 other guys, basically. The reads are different. More of an area to cover.
I think that's the key. Is there's more of an area to cover. Matt thinks left field is the toughest one, just from the read standpoint. Ryan Howard taking it down the right field line. Granderson's on his way to third, and Tim Tuffle will wave him home. Dominic Brown had some issues picking it up. 4-0 New York. Well, it's a ball that was hit sharply, but it's a ball that should have been handled at first base.
I don't know if Ryan doesn't see this or he slips, but you're right, Tom. This ball just has to be caught.
Yeah, he could have gotten it on the big hop.
Well, first of all, he should have caught it. But secondly, all you have to do is step on first base and throw the second to double play. I know Granderson can run, but he didn't have to go anywhere, did Ryan Howard. He was right on top of the base.
Well, it looks like they've scored that a hit. In fact, they've scored it a double. Wow. RBI double for Murphy, his 31st of the year. And now David Wright will be the batter. Takes outside, 1-0.
Again, all you have to do is catch the ball. I don't even know why he went down to a knee. Step on first base and throw it to second. You know, I'm sure if you ask Ryan, he'd say, I have to make that play.
I would agree with you. He's pretty honest in his assessments. 1 ball and 1 strike. And scoring, you know, I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world that they scored it a double, but that play should have been made. I would have scored that an error. 1-1 to David Wright, runner at second base. Going softly to the left side. Galvis is up with it, and there are 2 outs. And here is Conforto.
Jeff Francoeur was first to the dugout, as he normally is today, talking with the reporters and us and shooting the breeze. I said, hey, Frenchie, come here for a second. Conforto was in the cage. I said, come here. I said, you want to see what a bright future looks like? He's like, he goes, oh, yeah. He goes, he's got a bright one. I really, really like this guy, Conforto. Quick to the ball.
Outside, 1-0.
As Kevin Long says, he doesn't go out of the strike zone.
Well, to have discipline like that at such a young age.
Well, it's okay to have discipline when you're in the lower levels, but a lot of times guys will get to the big leagues and they lose a little bit of that discipline because they want to impress. They want to go swing bat. Look what I can do. Look what I can do. And sometimes they will chase, but not this guy. Kevin Long just has so many good things to say about him, and watching him these couple games, watching his batting practice. I know it's BP, but
well, you can still see tendencies,
man
though.
alive.
Down the left field line. racing toward the corner. It is gone.
Like I said, Tom, bright future.
2-run home run. It's now 6-0 New York.
And that's going down the line the opposite way. And that would have gone out of the old dimensions. Well, maybe not. But close enough.
Well, Bob McClure out to talk to Aaron Nola. He's left some balls out over the plate, of course. His teammates haven't really helped him in certain instances behind him. But still, he's left some balls out over the plate tonight. He does have 2 outs after the home run by Conforto. He'll go after Travis d'Arnaud.
I'm seeing a lot of pitches that are elevated.
Yeah. And it wasn't that way in the first inning, but the at-bat to right, where he gave up the single, was followed by 2 fly balls. And after the Kelly Johnson double, that's where he sort of nibbled a little bit against Tejada. Over to third, off the glove of Blanco. Sweeney's throw to second base is not in time. Well, I would assume they'll score that a double. It was not a normal play.
It's definitely a double. Anytime you see it. Not the most graceful slide by d'Arnaud there.
He's a catcher.
Easy.
Here is Kelly Johnson, who had an RBI double his last time up and scored a run. On the outside corner, 0-1. It's been a solid year overall. 12 home runs.
And that fastball, we know Aaron Nola is not an overpowering in terms of velocity. When that fastball's up, it just flattens out. I mean, he's a sinker guy, sinker ball guy that relies on movement. And that pitch is up right there. Perfect pitch.
Gets past Nola, barehanded by Hernandez in time to get Kelly Johnson. And for now, the side is retired. Let's see if they hold the defense. They are going to hold them. Phil Cuzzy comes up the third base line. Watch the home run by Conforto the opposite way. That was the big blow. The Mets scored 3 for a second straight inning. The opposite field home run by Conforto provided a spark for 2. Terry Collins is peeking over his shoulder. They're deciding whether they want to review this or not. Bob Guerin is giving him some advice. And Terry Collins said, let's review this. So Jerry Davis will head over. It'll be Jerry Davis and Phil Cuzzy, 2 elder statesmen who will take a look at this. Naked eye, I thought he was safe, but let's take a look and see. Boy, that's a great shot. That's one of those that can go either way. Watch it in slow-mo. Yeah, he's safe. At least I think he is. What are your thoughts? I mean, it's close. They're about ready to take the headsets off, it looks like.
Either way, I think Ryan Howard needs to stretch out there a little bit farther.
I would concur.
I think about how much more ground he would have gained by A, sticking his arm out farther, or B, just stretching out farther with his legs. It's a heck of a play by Cesar. I think they're going to keep it out. Keep the call as is.
Because it's not conclusive?
Yes.
Okay. It wouldn't surprise me. They're taking a long look at it.
The way I look at it, Tom, he's either going to be out or safe.
Thank you, Ben. They want to ask for a do-over, you think? That's how we used to solve problems when we were kids. Let's just do it over again.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, wrong again.
So an infield hit for Kelly Johnson. That puts runners on first and third with 2 men down. And they'll go back to work. I hate to say it at this point. I might walk Tejada and just go after Harvey.
You see here, Ryan Howard just needs to get his arm out farther and his leg. Get out there. Think about how much more ground he could have gained. He could have caught it a lot farther out front. And then when you go to catch it with 2 hands, you're not going to be able to gain as much ground as you go out there with 1 arm.
Absolutely. No balls and 1 strike. Tejada is 1 for 1 with that inside the park home run. His first time up. Out toward right. This time Dominic Brown will be able to handle it and makes the catch. So the inning is over. 3-run score. 2-run home run by Conforto. The Mets lead 2. Your best work or safely destroying your most confidential documents. Swingline and WB Mason deliver a cut above the rest. Who but WB Mason? Well, Matt Harvey has a 6-0 lead to work with. As we go to the top of the 4th inning, Terry Collins has made an adjustment over at first base. Michael Kadire will take over for Daniel Murphy.
He got hurt?
I do not know. He doubled. I didn't see anything on the double and came around to score on the home run by Conforto. So Cesar Hernandez will lead it off.
Probably up buying the official scorekeeper supper.
Hernandez struck out his first time up, and he pulls a foul. It's 0-1. David Wright in on the grass at third base. Over to second, Kelly Johnson. He might have waited a little too long. He finally got rid of it. And there's one away. Cesar hustling up the line. The Phillies Wives Healthy Recipe Cookbook, featuring 36 favorite tasty recipes from Phillies players and coaches. It's called From Our Home to Yours, a collection of Phillies recipes. It benefits Phillies charities. Well, on sale now by going to the Majestic Clubhouse store, go to Phillies.com, or by calling 877-GO-PHILS. Odubel Herrera struck out, his only time up. 36 hits in the month of August for Odubel, which ranks 6th in the National League. The goal is to get better as a team, as an individual, as the season moves on. Sometimes guys tucker out and they sort of fizzle toward the end. It's not happening with Odubel Herrera offensively.
To run through the finish line. A lot of these guys aren't used to playing in September.
The liner into right center field. That'll be it for a base hit. Granderson will cut it off and hold Odubel to a single. Second hit of the night for the Phillies.
Good swing. Good looking swing here. Ball comes off hot. Granderson with a nice play, but watch how level he stays through that baseball.
Howard flied out to center his first time up. It was the best hit ball up until that single by Odubel against Matt Harvey. How about the stat we mentioned before on Harvey? 1 run or fewer in 31 games as a starting pitcher during his major league career. In the last 100 years in Major League Baseball, nobody else has done that. 1 run or fewer in 31 of his starts.
Nobody ever.
To the right side. That might be 2. There's 1. And they're not able to turn a double play. Fielder's choice 5-6. David Wright was a little slow to get rid of this one.
He's got a bigger glove. David Wright with that third baseman's glove. A little bit bigger than the second baseman's glove. Probably got lost in there a little bit. But wanted to make sure of it now. Get the lead runner, get your out, 6-0 ball game.
Andres Blanco extended his hitting streak to 5 games in the last month of games. And for Andres, that includes pinch hitting appearances and also a lot of opportunities to start at third base. He's hitting around 350. In fact, with his base hit his last time up, he's probably over 350 during that time.
It says on the board here he's batted 351 over his last 27 games.
All right, well, there you go. Because it was 349 coming into tonight's ball game. On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, final score up at Fenway Park. The Yankees defeated the Red Sox 13-8. Stephen Drew had 3 RBIs in that ball game.
It's been on fire.
Ever since they were talking about finding somebody else to play second base, which I guess was a good part of the year. starting to hit for a little better average. His power numbers were okay.
Yeah.
Out toward left center field. Cespedes glides under it, and the inning is over. The Phillies do get a hit. They leave one, middle of the fourth. 6-0 New York. Jeff now, or visit jefferson.edu. Buy your Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer or visit delvalhondadealers.com. And buy Yellowwood, brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it. Bottom of the fourth inning, the Phillies have switched up their outfield. Darnell Sweeney moves over to right field. So Dominic Brown is out. Dominic went head over heels into the stands on a ball that turned out to be an inside the park home run. There's Cody Ashley, who's now in left field. And so as we begin the bottom of the fourth inning, Matt Harvey will lead it off. First pitch strike. It's 0-1. Harvey, first time up, one down looking. One strike. Nola so far 54 pitches. Nobody out here in the fourth. And a bit low. 2-1. Against the Blue Jays, he was missing outside. Tonight he's missing down.
Mentioned in the open, he and I rode the elevator up today. I was coming back from lunch, and I said, "You ready for tonight?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, it should be a lot of fun." He goes, "It will be." And if he could have been fooling me, but he didn't have any look of worry on his face.
I don't at all. I still, he's down by 6 right here, and he's probably disappointed inside, but I don't think he ever shows anything.
No, and he said,
and that's good.
The fans are into it. He goes, "It'll be a lot of fun."
2-2 pitch to Harvey. Curveball, he struck out. So he's down looking for the second time in this game. The most popular way to follow the action of the Phillies baseball is with MLB.com at bat. The #1 app for live baseball. Enjoy live look-ins, highlights, replay reviews, scores, StatCast, live radio broadcasts, and more. Get the MLB.com at bat now.
I'm on it right now.
How do you like it?
I love it. That's what I use for every game.
When it works.
When it works.
It's more about your computer than it is about the app.
We know about my computer skills, Tom.
One ball and no strikes.
How about when I saved that schedule to my desktop today?
I thought I was really proud of you.
You were impressed, weren't you?
Very proud.
Yeah, you were.
Those are some major league computer skills right there. Fly ball center field. No double. He makes the catch for the second out. Cespedes is coming up. Well, these two guys, as we mentioned on paper, it was a pretty good matchup. And you see the rookie season comparisons. When Matt Harvey was a rookie in 2012, he had a 3-5 record. The Mets were not very good, but his earned run average was very good. Meanwhile, for Aaron Nola in his rookie year, 8 starts so far. This is before tonight. A 3.26 ERA. Nola's not going to walk a lot of guys, and Harvey, as we have seen tonight, he's not going to throw too many pitches out of the strike zone. Cespedes is 0 for 2. He's popped out and lined out. Freddie Galvis has it. And he is safe at first base. It took a little too long to get to the ball, but then to release the ball. Wasn't it that hard?
All men are not created equally, Tom, I tell you. But you're right. He's got to come in there. I'd like to see him attack that ball, be more aggressive. You see Cespedes get down the line. He just puts his head down and beats this pretty easily.
Yeah, Pete Buchanan's on the top step of the dugout, debating on whether he wants to review this or not.
I'm not going to debate that one. But Freddie, I think if he comes in aggressively with the backhand, that would set him up to transfer the ball into his hand a little bit quicker and put more on the throw. Think about how many hits additionally a year you can get if you have wheels like that.
I have to be honest, I didn't think he was going 100% either. I thought he was moving. Unless he's just that casual about the way he runs.
It looked like that for the first half, up the first 45 feet, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But then we saw that in the triple last night. He got to second base and
Kadire hitting for the first time. He came on to play first base for Daniel Murphy. Murphy left after a double and a fly out.
I'm not making any excuses for Aaron Nola. I'm not. He has left some pitches up. He's gotten hurt a little bit, but his defense is not helping him out.
No, and you'll see no errors, but there have been a lot of misplays. The only Mets player besides Edgardo Alfonso to record at least 5 hits, 5 runs, and 5 RBIs in one game.
I'm going to say David Wright.
Oh, good guess. It is incorrect.
Man.
It just happened.
How about Darryl Strawberry?
Is he playing again?
Howard Johnson?
It just happened.
Oh, it just happened. I don't know then.
Cespedes did it on August 21st. Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of a Phillies prize pack.
I didn't know it just happened.
Here's Cody Ashley, and Ashley takes a strike. There's a line drive base hit into center field for Ashley. So he is aboard to start this 5th inning.
Swing there by Cody, who I believe has a home run against Matt Harvey.
He does.
Early in the season, the first road series of the year we were here.
There's a foul ball by Cameron Rupp. It's 0-1. Rupp grounded out to second, his first time up. By the way, we received word that Daniel Murphy left with a left quad discomfort. So just a precaution.
I just read that he left with a injured groin.
That's what they just said over the internal PA. No balls at 1 strike to Rupp. Fly ball center field. Shallow. Kelly Johnson makes the catch and 1 away. And here's Freddie Galvis. Galvis flying to left field, his only time up. Eric Kratz has come out of the on-deck circle to pinch hit for the Phillies. So Aaron Nola's night will be done after 4 innings. Hinojosa is warming in the bullpen.
I like his stuff.
I do too.
I do.
And we only saw it for a short period of time, but it was good. Freddie launched that one to right center field. That'll be in for a base hit. Ashley's around second, heading to third. The throw by Cespedes. Look out. It's going to go right past David Wright. Ashley decides to stop at third, which is a good move.
Wise decision.
The Phillies will have runners on second and third with 1 man down.
Boy, that would infuriate me as a manager.
Just letting it fly like that?
Yeah. I mean, this is just. Ball kicked up the railing nicely for David Wright, but would there have been a play if it was online? Yes. But you have to gather yourself a little bit, don't you?
I would
Vladimir
think so, yeah.
Guerrero used to do that. He would just get it and throw it. It was fun to watch because he had such a bazooka. But sometimes you needed to put a GPS on it.
Well, here is Kratz. Kratz back with the Phils after bouncing between the Blue Jays, the Royals, the Mariners, the Red Sox.
Stint in Japan, which I didn't know. Welcome back, Kratzy.
I didn't realize he had gone to Japan.
Yeah, he said for a quick minute.
Huh.
Welcome back. Go get Matt Harvey.
Hey, Kratz takes a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. You're not going to meet too many better guys in the game than Eric Kratz. Pete said he likes the fact that he has the 3rd catcher because he can use one of them as a pinch hitter. And, you know, last night he used Rupp. So tonight he uses Kratz. And he still has Ruiz available. That one's back behind home plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Out toward left center field. On the run is Conforto. He's not going to get it. It's going to go to the wall. 2 runs will score. And Eric Kratz will go to second base with a 2-run double. The Phillies are on the board here in the top of the 5th inning.
Boy, Kratzy. Talk about hitting down and through the ball. If he comes off this pitch at all, it's going to be a rollover to the left side. You see him finish high, out over the plate, creates a lot of backspin. Watch him finish high. Boom. Creates that backspin and get it by Conforto and left. You have another runner in scoring position.
You get another run here, and you've made this a ball game. It's 6-2. 5 hits now for the Phillies against Matt Harvey. Darnell Sweeney has struck out twice tonight. 2 of 6 strikeouts for Harvey in the ball game.
Where that throw by Cespedes. Harvey may have attacked Eric Kratz a little bit differently if it's first and third there with 1 out, because obviously wants to keep his pitch count down. That just being the 60th pitch of the ball game for Matt. Maybe attack it a little differently, try and get a ground ball as opposed to a strikeout in that situation.
That one's hit sharply to second base. Kelly Johnson has it. Over to third goes Kratz, and there are 2 outs. They did charge an error to Cespedes, even though Galvis was, as soon as he saw the throw go, he was already on his way to second base. But they did charge him an error, saying that Galvis would not have gone to second if that throw hadn't gotten past David Wright.
Well, definitely an error. Good swing there by Darnell. Ball was hit very sharply to second.
Cesar is 0 for 2. Cesar takes inside and low. 1 ball, no strikes. Same spot, 2-0.
So are both runs earned then?
Both runs are earned.
Yes, that's what I thought. Despite the error.
Ground ball to first. Diving stop by Kadire. It squirts out of his glove, and a run scores.
Useful.
So it's a 6-3 ball game.
Smooth as stucco down there, huh, Tom? Michael Kadire's a veteran guy, but this play has to be made. The big leagues, especially right-handed first base, when you're going that way, it almost looked like he dove over the ball. Ball that's hit, I could see if it's a screamer, but that's a broken bat. Another earned run for Matt Harvey.
Runner goes, pitch is fouled away.
Would you agree with that? The play needs to be made?
Yeah, I think so. The way he dove for it, he dove sort of past it. They did give him a hit. Cesar gets back. It's been a good inning for the Phillies, though, to get 3 back against Matt Harvey here in the 5th.
Getting in that bullpen. You saw that bullpen
implode last night?
Boy, his pace has really slowed, hasn't it?
It sure has. Down the left field line. That'll be out of play over the tarp. The Mets are going through with their 6-man rotation, much like the Phillies are going to do. In fact, this weekend, Mats will start for Syndergaard, so Syndergaard will miss a spot, and they will skip Harvey again in the next couple weeks, just like they did last week when the Mets were in Philadelphia. Pete Buchanan said the same thing will happen with the Phillies. They'll go to a 6-man rotation. Inside 1-2. Although he is not confirmed it's Jerome Williams. He did the other day at the ballpark, but now he's said we'll see. We'll see. As Murph mentioned last night.
You know, that'll upset a lot of the old school baseball folk. My dad still wants a 4-man rotation.
So he doesn't like baseball in Japan then. Runner goes. Pitch is swung on and missed, and Odubel struck out. Side is retired, but some good work by the Phils. They scored 3 runs, 2 on a pinch hit double by Eric Kratz. Middle of the 5th, it's the Mets 6 and the Phillies 3. We'll be back right after this. That rewards small organizations that create big changes in the community. To learn about Champions in Action and how to get involved, visit citizensbank.com/community. Citizens Bank, we want to help you bank better. So the next time you have a question about money, don't keep it to yourself. Ask a citizen. Well, Matt Harvey gave up 3 runs in the top of the 5th inning. Previous 38 2/3, he'd only allowed 2 runs. Phils did some nice work getting back within 3. So now we go to the bottom of the 5th, and Dyer Hinojosa will take over on the mound for the Phils. This is his 4th game as a major leaguer. Pete Buchanan was anxious to get him back up here. He was really impressed with what he saw in the 3 games during his brief stint with the Phillies earlier. Pitches outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Right, singled and scored in the 2nd. Grounded out to shortstop his last time up. Out of play, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
another big donkey for the Phillies. We have to have the biggest team in the league.
A hard thrower, too. Fouled away again. It's 3-2 to Wright.
So David Wright, top 5, top 3, or top 1 of all time for you?
In what way?
Well, you just said you've never met one of the
top
best.
5. Top 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, top 5. And there's ball 4. Leadoff walk here in the 5th inning. And that'll bring Michael Conforto to the plate. Tomorrow morning, wake up ready for the Eagles' final preseason matchup with the Jets. Catch early bird training camp coverage with Ellis, Muley, Baker, and Brooks on Breakfast on Broad, weekday mornings from 6 until 8 over on the Comcast Network.
Now, Tom, I know Hinojosa is not trying to walk the leadoff guy. But your squad just got 3 runs off Matt Harvey to half that lead, and you walk the leadoff guy.
He's got to bear down and get Conforto here. That one's popped up foul out of play. Cameron gives it a look, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Out to right field, and Darnell Sweeney is there. And there's 1 away.
Good pitch.
Travis d'Arnaud is coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy.
All right, thanks, Tom. Well, it's time now for our Coors Banquet Timeless Moment. And on this date, September the 2nd, back in 1983, Ozzie Virgil was pinch hitting for Joe Morgan, hit a walk-off grand slam at Veterans Stadium. It gave them a 5-3 win over the San Francisco Giants, and it was the second walk-off grand slam of that magical 1983 season for the Phillies.
That was a magical month of September for the Phillies, boy. And it carried over. One of my favorite moments is that ball is rocketed right past Andres Blanco. David Wright is on his way to third. Cody Ashley cuts it off, and d'Arnaud will get to second base with his second 2-base hit. 12 doubles. Another year for d'Arnaud.
This ball actually hit a little bit harder than the at-bat prior, and he did pretty much the same thing.
So now Kelly Johnson, who has 2 hits tonight, or I should say has 1 hit tonight. Actually, he does have 2 hits. That ball that was hit to Cesar's last time up was ruled an infield hit. They're going to walk him intentionally to load up the bases and bring Ruben Tejada to the plate. So the bases are now loaded. here's Tejada. He got it inside the park home run his last time up.
Ball slicing down and away from Don Brown. Don finds his way into the stands there. That's an easy inside the Parker for Tejada.
That was his first time up. He flied out to right field his last time up. Phil's will set up to try to turn 2.
Throw you a pair right here.
Fouled off the mask of Rupp. As we mentioned before, the last inside the park home run for the Mets at Citi Field was Angel Pagan against Pedro Martinez. If I remember correctly, I think that's the one where the ball got stuck out in left center field. And Pagan just kept on going into the padding on the wall. 0-1 to Tejada. That one he fights off. Diving stop, Ryan Howard. That's a fine play. 3-1 on a putout. Run does score, though. And it's 7-3.
Atta baby. Leadoff walk scores, of course, though, Tom. But nice play by Ryan Howard to get over here. Not going to turn 2 on this ball, regardless, because it wasn't hit very hard. Ryan Howard lays out, makes a good feed to Dahlier, covering first base. Nice to see.
Yeah, if Ryan doesn't make that play, I don't know if Cesar, by the time he got to it, would have cleanly thrown it over to Hinojosa in time. So an excellent play by Howard. 2 outs.
And that's an even harder play for Cesar because you have a guy that's running over. You have to hit him on the fly, almost like a receiver going across the middle. You have to hit him as he's getting to the base. And that would have been you're right. That would have been a tough play.
Harvey sends one in the air to center field. Odubel gives the signal that he's got it. And he makes the catch, and the side is retired. A run does score. 1 hit, 2 men left, on to the 6th. Off the field. Andres is a big asset for Pete Buchanan, and when it comes to young players adapting to the majors, he is always there to lend a hand. Not to mention the production he has delivered all season long. Blanco has been swinging to an average of 300 most of the season. He's done so while playing all 4 positions on the infield when needed. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Top of the 6th inning, it's 7-3. Mets on top. Ryan Howard will lead it off. It'll be Howard, Blanco, and Dominic Brown. Or I should say Cody Ashen. Ryan Howard is 0 for 2. He's flied to center. He's also reached on a fielder's choice. Ball he hit the first time up against Matt Harvey was struck pretty good. breaking ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Since the 5th of July, Ryan still has the 4th most RBIs in the National League. He pops this one up to shallow center, and David Wright makes the catch. 1 out. Tomorrow night, Derek Gunn and Reuben Frank will be live from MetLife Stadium, advancing the Eagles' preseason finale against the Jets. Get ready for the game with a countdown of the 10 most influential Eagles entering the 2015 season. Don't miss Quick Slants, presented by Nissan, tomorrow night at 6, only on Comcast Sportsnet. So Blanco, who singled back in the 2nd inning and flied out his last time up, digs in, and he takes strike 1. 0-1. Matt Harvey has scattered 6 hits so far. And Blanco went around, shows a little frustration. It's 0-2. It's funny watching Blanco before the ball game. He was looking for the pine tar because he didn't feel like he had enough on his helmet already. And Cesar Hernandez kind of looked at him and was like, really? It's sodded low, 1-2. He does, helicopter the bat every once in a while, so he needs a little extra pine tar.
Pine tar, after a while, though, it starts to cake up and it's no longer sticky.
Outside, 2-2, 97 on that fastball.
2 things that stick out for Matt Harvey tonight for me: fastball command, in, out, up, down, and this changeup. Great arm speed on the changeup, good action on the changeup, except for that one. That one he left up.
Well, think about Harvey and the fact that he went to North Carolina instead of signing out of high school. Now, if Madison Bumgarner had not signed with the Giants when he did, these guys would have been part of a rotation that would have been unbelievable at the University of North Carolina.
Yes.
There's a line drive, knocked down by Tejada, and Blanco will be aboard. And they do score that a single. All right, so far for Matt Harvey, he had a blip in the 5th inning, but beyond that, he was pretty dominant early on.
Early on there, you see the changeup, breaking ball to Cesar, the gas to Odubel. That 1st inning, there's some more gas, breaking ball. He's doing it with a myriad of ways. Slider there. So he's got all 4 working for him. Yes, I said myriad.
So here's Ashe, who singled his only time up, and he lifts it into shallow left field. Cespedes and Conforto. It's Cespedes who makes the call on the one-handed grab. 2 outs.
I'm just going to point it out, but I'm thinking Tejada at short. That ball's got to be caught, doesn't it? I know it was hit hard, but he didn't have to range too far to his left.
Yeah, I think that
my goal is just to get on every player defensively tonight. That's my goal, Tom. But no, seriously, it didn't have to jump all that high. There's a line drive hit right at him. Great piece of hitting, I tell you, by Andres Blanco. But again, it should be caught.
Now with back toward the middle and a base hit for Cameron Rupp. Blanco will stop at second base. So the Phils have runners on first and second with 2 men down.
Take a look at this ball. I just think, he should be able to catch that ball. He doesn't have to range that far.
He was pretty high.
He was pretty high. But that ball was smoked. Nice to see Andres get back in that count. I'm just saying, this is the big leagues. You get your glove on that ball, you should catch it. Andres happy he did not, though.
Phillies now with 8 hits tonight. A miss by Galvis, and it's 0-1.
You see another changeup. That at 85. Good action on it.
Foul back, and it's 0-2. Aaron Altera's come out of the on-deck circle to pinch hit for Hinojosa. And Hector Neris is warming in the pen. In the dirt. It's kicked by d'Arnaud, and now he realizes where it is. Gil Martin warming in the bullpen.
A double right here. Ball gets in that big gap out there. Cameron has to get a good secondary to score, though.
Swing and a miss. He got him with the changeup, and Galvis is struck out. Side is retired. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left. We will go to the middle of the 6th here at Citi Field. .com. Bottom of the 6th inning, the Mets 7 and the Phillies 3. And Hinojosa will begin his 2nd inning of relief work. He'll face the top of the order. It's Granderson, Cespedes, and Daniel Murphy. Granderson is 1 for 3. He has struck out. He singled and scored in the 3rd. Flied out to center field. And the first pitch is over at the belt, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hinojosa, who defected from Cuba. In fact, the number 94 is the number that he wore when he played in Cuba. Was signed by the Red Sox. As that one is lined on the right field line and out of play. It's 1-2. Signed by the Red Sox, spent a year in the minor leagues with Boston, and then eventually got up to the big club this year. Was designated for assignment when they needed a roster spot. The Phillies were fortunate to pick him up. Out of play. And it remains 1-2. Fly ball, right center field. Darnell Sweeney goes back to his spot. He's under it, and he puts it away. One away. Yoenis Cespedes is coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. You got a photo for us, Murph?
I do indeed, Tom. As promised earlier in the game, we've selected the Data Strong fan photo of the game. And today's photo comes from Vincent Foschini. He says, my niece's first Phillies game, Luciana and Giovanna. Look at that. There you go. Tweet your strongest fan photo to hashtag Philly Photo Data Strong Fan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast. It's all brought to you by T-Mobile.
Oh, it looks like they caught themselves on Fanavision with that photo. Thanks for sending that in. We do appreciate all the photos that are sent in. Here's Cespedes, who's 1 for 3, reached on an infield hit. His last time up, he is popped out to third, lined out to center field. Broke his bat. Ryan Howard was shaded over toward the line. They had the overshift on, and Cespedes splits it right past that overshift. Hernandez was over on the shortstop side.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, Ryan was in no man's land. We've seen a couple times this year where Ryan was set up as the only one over on that side. The ball goes right to him.
Funny how that works. Nothing you can do on that one. Cespedes will take it.
Here's Kadire. Kadire has been up one time. He came on for Daniel Murphy, who left with a quad injury. Swing and a miss. 94 on that fastball.
It's a good looking pitch that Cespedes hit. Off speed, down and away.
Bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You do have to keep an eye on Cespedes over there. He will swipe a bag if you do not pay attention to him. I mean, we know he could run.
Chopper foul, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kadire. Not that it's our money, where we're running every major league team, but how many years would you give Cespedes? He's a free agent at the end of this year, 30 years old. How much would you give? Would you give him 7 years? Would you give him 6 years?
No. Give him 3 with an option for a 4th.
You're a tough customer.
I am. I've just seen too many contracts not end up working out the way you think.
All right, let's rephrase it. Do you think somebody will give him 6 years or 7 years?
Yes. Oh, he's going to get paid.
Fly ball, right center field. Darnell Sweeney and Odubel makes the call. Good communication. And there are 2 outs. Back to first goes Cespedes.
You know, also going with a slide step there. I don't think Kadire was able to get his front foot down. Very late, tardy on that pitch. Sometimes that does work, though. As a pitcher, you're doing it to keep the runner close, but also it screws up the hitter's timing. You see Kadire here. Oh, no. Just out in front. I mean, that ball gets a little bit too deep. He had to rush his swing, and it catches him back in the zone there.
Fastball away, and it's 1-1. high cheese.
Can't catch up to it. See him dot a fastball down and away here. Just overthrew that one. Suave, tranquilo.
Rupp with a few words of advice, and Galvis coming over to translate for him.
You have to make sure your mouth is covered, though. A lot of Spanish lip readers out there, Tom.
My favorite is when Bob McClure comes out and he cups his hand over his. 2 balls, 2 strikes to David Wright. The runner at first base. And a liner out to right field. That'll be in for a base hit. Cespedes is thinking about going to third. The throw by Sweeney. It's a strong throw, offline a bit, and he is out at third base.
Yeah.
Well, good play all the way around. Sweeney with a strong arm, and Blanco went off and then came back to apply the tag.
That's why I'm not giving him 7 years, Tom. Make the third out at third. Not on my dime.
Well, good job by Blanco diving to put that tag on before the foot hit the bag. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Eric Kratz, a pinch hit 2-run double. That was part of a 3-1 fifth for the Phils. Aaron Nola lasted just 4 innings. Matt Harvey is about to begin his 7th. He has struck out 8 so far in 6 innings of work. Final game of this 3-game series. Darren Ruff will pinch hit here in the top of the 7th inning. And Ruff takes a strike. It's 0-1. Darren 4 for 28 as a pinch hitter. Big night last night. He had 6 RBIs. And he check swings at that one. And it goes foul off the front of the Mets dugout. 0-2.
It's a heck of a throw. We couldn't really talk about it by Darnell Sweeney. A heck of a throw.
Good, excellent technique.
Very good tag by Andres as well. Third, but very good carry on that ball that he threw. He threw it all the way in the air.
Breaking ball, and it's 1-2. And I think the reason we're surprised by how good it was is because, and I think it shows what a great athlete he is that he just is making the transition almost full time. He played some second base. but he's just making the transition full time to the outfield. Well, it's time now for our Hyundai defensive play of the game, and you just saw it. It's the play that Ben's talking about.
David Wright with a line drive to right field. Darnell Sweeney comes up firing in the air. Also good end on Andres Blanco's end. Good tag of Yoenis Cespedes, and that is your Hyundai defensive play of the game, presented by your local Hyundai dealers.
So here is Sweeney, who is 0 for 3 tonight. Couple strikeouts to the ground. That hit the ball sharply his last time up, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. We just, by the way, received official word. The reason Sweeney's playing right field instead of left where he started, that Dom Brown was lifted from tonight's ball game because of possible concussion symptoms. So he will be reevaluated after going over the half wall. You saw the highlight of it in our Delaware Valley Honda Dealers game summary. 1-2 to Sweeney.
Sound like Jim Jackson there, getting into the half wall. He calls his hockey games.
Well, in case you just joined us, this is what we're talking about. This resulted in an inside the park home run. Dom Brown was down for a few moments while Cesar Hernandez ran after that ball. Got to play again. It remains 1-2 to Sweeney.
A couple really good swings here by Darnell. But fans at home should know that over that railing is concrete.
Yeah. Colton Murray warming up in the bullpen. He might be making his major league debut shortly. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's where he landed, right there.
There it is. So he ended up right there, landing right there on that concrete. In case you don't know, concrete doesn't move.
There's a high fly ball deep to right center field. Granderson going back. It is gone into the Mets bullpen. Darnell Sweeney with his 3rd major league home run, and it's now a 7-4 ball game.
If Darnell Sweeney ever struggles in the big leagues, and he will have his struggles, he can go back and watch this entire at-bat. His takes were good, his foul balls were very good, and that swing is a powerful, powerful swing. I said a couple pitches ago, he hit 2 consecutive foul balls back to the screen. I said, that's a good swing there. And then he gets that pitch and drives it well out of here.
Makes a winner of Christine Heckler of Hatfield, Pennsylvania. McDonald's home run jackpot. Christine has just won $100.
Way to go, Christine. Watch how far this ball goes. I don't know what Grandy Man was thinking running back on that one. Probably did it as a courtesy to Matt Harvey.
Just making it look good.
That ball was touched.
1-1 to Cesar. 1-2.
You make adjustments. He went strikeout, strikeout, bullet to second, home run.
That's a good point. Addison Reed to your left, Gil Martin to your right, the lefty.
He's tired.
I agree with that. About to throw his 99th pitch of the night. Splits are still good.
See another pitch elevated.
And ball 4. So Hernandez works out a walk. And Odubel Herrera is coming up.
He is gassed.
Yeah, I think Terry Collins is thinking about making a move here. Here he comes. And he's going to signal to the pen for the left-hander. So Harvey's night is done. Harvey goes 6 of the 3rd. He's responsible for the base runner at first. And he'll leave after allowing 4 runs. So a pitching change. The Phillies have gotten to the Mets bullpen. We'll be back right after this. Weekend. That's all coming up only on Pure Auto Insurance presents Phillies Post-Game Live. Well, Ben Davis and Greg Murphy, I'm Tom McCarthy. Pitching change for the Mets. They'll go to the pen to get left-hander Sean Gilmartin. Gilmartin 2-1, an ERA of 2.20. In last night's ball game, Gilmartin was credited with an inning. And he struck out all 3 batters that he faced in that inning. Adam Lowen is the left-hander, and Hector Neris the right-hander. Odubel takes outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Odubel does have a hit tonight. He's also struck out twice.
Gilmartin has given the Phillies fits the last couple weeks.
Check swing, doesn't matter, called a strike. Matt Harvey goes 6 of the 3rd, allows 9 hits, 4 runs so far. Again, the runner at first base is his responsibility. Outside again. Gilmartin last week when the Phillies and the Mets faced each other at Citizens Bank Park in game 1, he went 3 1/3 scoreless, struck out 4. It was a big reason why they wound up winning that game, because the Phillies got to DeGrom.
Huge reason. I did not have that game, but I remember watching it.
He then threw an inning in 2/3 scoreless in the final game and struck out 3. Last night, an inning scoreless with 3 strikeouts. Now it's 2-2 to Odubel Herrera.
So yeah, he's had some success.
A little bit of success. Odubel stays alive.
Foul balls amaze me sometimes. They make it through all those hands and end up bouncing on the concourse. Not how many hands reach up to grab that ball.
Well, as someone who has sat in the stands before, the skills of all of us in the stands does not always live up to the skills of the guys on the field.
No, but you would think it would at least hit a hand. I mean, that one just went through everybody.
I would agree.
Landed on the concrete and bounced way back.
Ball spinning all the time, too. Broken bat, line drive, base hit it to right field. Cesar is around second, on his way to third. He'll get there. And Odubel Herrera has his second hit of the night. The Phils have runners on first and third with one man down.
That train moving. Using that hole exceptionally well. That bat died a hero.
Here's Ryan Howard. He comes up as the potential tying run. He's got the ability to tie this baby up right here.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Tonight he is 0 for 3. He's flied out, fielder's choice, and popped out. Cesar's going to get a good walking lead off third. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Last night, it wasn't, let's say, a similar situation because there was a right-hander up, but last night Elvis Andrus from the Texas Rangers stole home because he was able to get such a good secondary lead. He broke and scored. Now Cesar runs down, and Gilmartin stepped off at the last moment.
Martin really stared him down, didn't he?
It was really close to being a balk.
That get your heart going a little bit, Tom?
Yeah.
He really stared him down.
Broken bat roller back toward the middle, scooped up by Tejada, and he throws to first in time. The base runner was out of the base path. Odubel Herrera. It'll be a double play. The run does not count, and the side is retired. 1 run on the home run by Darnell Sweeney. Here it is, a ground ball back toward the middle. Tejada has it, and Odubel goes out of the baseline according to the second base umpire, Will Little. The double play is intact and will stretch. go to the home 7th inning. Every time the Phillies retire, the opposing team 1, 2, 3. Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the official entertainment provider of the Philadelphia Phillies. Adam Lowen will take over here in the bottom of the 7th. Michael Conforto leads it off. And he lines the first pitch into center field, a base hit. That is the second hit of the night for Conforto, the 6th in this series. Numbers on Lowen, a 9 ERA, 23 base runners in 10 innings of work. Eric Young Jr. is coming out to pinch run for Conforto. Well, that's how much they want this extra run here, because Young certainly has better speed than Conforto.
I think it's also for defensive purposes. Maybe later in this ball game, preserve that lead.
Darno has 2 doubles tonight. He's 2 for 3. Applied to center his first time up.
Conforto with another bullet.
There he goes. Pitches a strike. The throw to second base is a strike, but he's off the bag. He's out at second base.
This is an epidemic. What a throw by Cameron Rupp again.
Excellent throw by Rupp. Now Young's thinking he's safe, that he didn't go off the bag, or if he did, that he kept his hand on it. But his dugout confirms that he is out.
Just a laser.
And right there, he's out. He's off the bag. High in the air. Whoop.
Might want to start sliding a little sooner.
He also left his feet pretty high, too.
Yeah, you lose time when you're in the air like that. That's why they tell you at first base not to lunge after the bag. Just keep your normal stride running through the bag, because you lose time when you're in the air. Cameron Rupp, laser Tom.
Strong arm. Chopper over toward third, a foul ball. So 2 strikes up on the board against Darno. Liner out towards center field. Here comes Odubel. He'll play it on a hop. 3 hits tonight for Darno. And Kelly Johnson will hit against the left-hander. Tyler Clippard getting ready to pitch the 8th inning for the Mets. Outside, 1 ball and no strikes.
Yes, there by Lowen.
To the right side, Cesar to his left. He has it. They'll get the runner at second, and the throw to first not in time. Good job getting the lead runner there. 2 outs. Time now for our WB delivery of the game. This is the inside the park home run earlier by the guy coming up right now, Ruben Tejada.
Ruben Tejada slices this ball down the right field line. Don Brown cannot come up with it. Unfortunately, goes over the wall there. Ruben Tejada scores easily for an inside the park home run. And that is your WB Mason delivery of the game.
A couple innings later, Dominic Brown was lifted because of concussion-like symptoms. Last inside the park home run was Andrew McCutchen. That was at Citizens Bank Park, and he was flying.
Ruben had his mind made up. He was going to swing at that pitch regardless. He's so far inside.
Runner goes. Pitch is swung on and missed. The throw to second by Rupp is not in time. Johnson picked a good pitch to go on. And it's 1-2.
Ken will head out to the mound to discuss what signs you're going to use with the runner on second. Nothing Cameron can do on that one. And it's tough too when you have a guy that's a right-hander that swings. You really are forced as a catcher to stay back. Because if you're going to go out with your glove, you're going to get catcher's interference. Plus, you want to make sure you clear yourself and don't throw. And you don't want to have any follow through and hit him with your arm. That does force you to stay back on the pitch.
In the dirt, nice play by Rupp to keep it in front of him. It's 2-2. Phillies eighth inning. It'll be Blanco, Ashe, and Rupp. Those are the scheduled hitters, and they'll face Tyler Clippard, who's in the bullpen. Phillies trying to come back from a 3-run deficit. It was a 6-run deficit at one point. And the Phillies made it 6-3. The Mets added 1 to make it 7-3. Phillies scored in the 7th inning. Now here we are in the bottom of the 7th. It's a 7-4 ball game. 24 hits combined between the two teams. He fights off that one, and it goes foul.
Bury a back foot slider.
And trust his catcher that he'll be able to block it.
Well, if he blocked that last one a couple pitches ago, he's gonna,
you're right.
He's going to block all of them.
Now the 2-2 pitch coming. That was a pretty close pitch. 3-2. The throw to the plate, cut off by Howard. An RBI single. It's 8-4 New York. 4th RBI of the night for Ruben Tejada.
The 3rd hit of the inning. Adam Lone has given up. Nothing Odubel can do on this. Reinhardt does the right job of cutting that ball off, but with 2 outs, Kelly Johnson's going to be off to the races.
Well, the stolen base certainly helped the Mets in this inning. Johnson getting into scoring position. And now Juan Uribe will pinch hit. 253 with 13 home runs for Uribe this year. And it's a strike, 0-1. That one's popped up. And it'll be out of play. So we'll do it again. Guess a bit high. A little outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Uribe.
I disagree. Respectfully.
Just trying to think along with the umpire.
Yes, he did.
Trying to check his swing. Did he go? Yes, says the first base umpire and the guy in the booth. And the side is retired. 1 run does score. 3 base hits for the Mets. We'll head to the 8th inning. Phillies down by 4. Go places. Buy McDonald's. Double the love it at McDonald's with a double cheeseburger and small fry for just $2.50. McDonald's. I'm loving it. And buy the Pennsylvania Lottery. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Top of the 8th inning. Mets lead the Phillies 8-4. Tyler Clippard is into his 19th game. He's 2-0 with a 0.51 ERA with the Mets. Overall, he's 3-3 with an earned run average of 2.08. Most of his effort this year has been with the Oakland A's, but he's been a good pickup. Quite honestly, his old team would probably like to have him, the Washington Nationals. Cespedes has been the case for the last 7 games, has moved from center to left late in the ball game. Lagares, the Gold Glover last year in center field, is in center. Andres Blanco will lead things off against Clippard. And the first pitch on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Blanco is 2 for 3 in this ball game. lined out towards short. Caught by Tejada. One away. Cody Ashley's coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy with the Major League Notebook. Murphy.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Brought to you by St. Joseph's University. And a couple of milestones today in Major League Baseball, both on long balls. In Baltimore, Evan Longoria of the Rays hit a monster shot in the third. It was home run number 200 in his career. Get this, it makes him the first third baseman to ever reach 200 home runs and 250 doubles in his first 8 seasons. Not bad. And Albert Pujols hit number 35 on the year, career number 555 for him. That ties him with Manny Ramirez on his 14th on the all-time home run list. What a year he is having. 35 home runs this season. The Angels get a desperately needed win today as well. Number 555 for Albert Pujols, guys.
Yeah, they were a little concerned last night. I don't know if you guys saw the highlights last night, but he was hit by a pitch. I mean, right in the ribs.
Yeah.
And they thought, at least for a moment, that he had done something to those ribs.
Yeah, that's a tough way to get an RBI.
It certainly is. Get this, guy. So Pujols becomes, he joins Alex Rodriguez, Mike Schmidt, and Willie Mays as the only other players to have 35 home run seasons in 10 of his first 15 years in the big leagues. That's pretty good company right there.
Well, you know, you think about that run that it's great company, and you think about that run that he had before, before he left the Cardinals. Maybe after the first couple of years with the Angels, he sort of hit a speed bump. For one reason or another, his legs were all banged up. Incredible numbers. There's a liner down the right field line by Cody Ashley, and it is foul.
I think we lose, as fans, we lose sight of how hard it is. Say you play 10 years in the big leagues and you hit 50 doubles a year. Okay, 50, which is a ton of doubles. Okay, that's 500 doubles.
Right.
This man has 555 home runs. You think it's just a number. When you start to break it down yearly, it's just, that's a whole lot of hitting.
Well, and also considering the droughts, not the droughts, but how his numbers were somewhat deficient for him the last few years, how he's able to bounce back this year. Will they make the postseason? Well, it remains to be seen, but if they do, although their pitching staff isn't the best, their offense certainly is pretty good. You got Gillespie, who's got 20 home runs, more than 20 home runs. Pujols, Trout. Fly ball, center field. Magaris. 2 outs. Toyota Major League Scoreboard, a look at the game going on in St. Louis. The Nationals tied it up at 1 on Jason Worth's home run, and then they took the lead. So they're in the bottom of the 4th inning. They led last night thanks to Ryan Zimmerman, who blasted a 3-run home run, but the Cardinals came back and won it on a walk-off by Brandon Moss. It was a shot, too.
It's caught fire.
Rupp takes high, 1-0.
We're a little tardy on that one. Clippard's someone the Phillies are very familiar with. And some of the few remaining veterans on this ball club.
1-2. Well, he dropped a slider on Cameron Rupp. Clippard, who began his career as a starting pitcher in the Yankees organization. Turned himself into a heck of a setup guy with the Nationals. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Cameron Rupp. And he lifts that one to shallow right center field. Johnson is under it. And the inning is over. It's a 1-2-3 8th inning for Clippard. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. The Phillies trailing by 4. And for what seems to be the millionth time this year, there will be a major league debut for the Phillies. That's right. Right-hander Colton Murray will make his major league debut as he comes on to pitch here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He had a nice year between AA and AAA. 8-3 record, 2.67 earned run average, all of that out of the bullpen.
Big thrill for Colton Murray here. Those are some numbers.
Well, it's a big thrill for Colton Murray. It's a big thrill for all the guys that he's come up the system with. Because a lot of these guys have played together through the Phillies farm system. And Colton Murray, very close friends with Ken Giles. In fact, Joe Jordan told me yesterday, he said, make sure you talk to Giles. He said, because Giles is going to be as excited about anybody, as stoked as anybody, that Colton Murray is going to be up with the big club. And I said that to Giles yesterday. I said, oh, yeah. He goes, he's been my roommate since day one. It's awesome. Murray is a hard thrower. He doesn't throw as hard as Giles. That fastball right there was at 93 miles an hour to Curtis Granderson as we start the bottom of the 8th inning. But he's been a max effort guy. Fly ball to center field. Odubel scampers back. And there's one out. And Joe was telling me yesterday, he said, you know, he was a max effort guy, and still is, but like Ken Giles, and we tried to get through to both of them to be a little more comfortable, to be a little bit more mechanically sound with your motion, because you're still going to have that fastball, but it can't be max effort in your windup all the time. And he said Giles probably bought into it a little sooner than Murray. And he's got, you know, a little more velo, as they like to say, than Murray. But he said this year Colton Murray really bought into that.
Well, you can get away with it to an extent if you're a bullpen guy, being a max effort type of guy, but hook.
Yeah, a lot of it had to do with the delivery. Just smooth out your delivery a little bit more.
Smooth out the delivery. You're going to be more able to. Man, that is a good looking hook. Repeat your delivery. You're going to be more efficient for you.
Show a fastball here, or how do you want to take care of it?
I want to see another hook.
Does throw him a fastball 95 down in the zone.
I was talking with Raul Chavez today, who is the Phillies minor league roving pitching instructor. Chavi and I were together in Seattle, and he said, you know what, Ben? He goes, I really like what we have down there. So, and Chavi's not a guy that's going to blow smoke. You know, he's truthful. You know, and he knows his stuff about pitching.
Tried a curveball again. It's 1 ball and two strikes. Chavez will be with the Phils for the next several days.
But you could see that he had that bit of a gleam in his eye, thinking, you know, we have some foundation pieces down there that, as long as they keep improving and maturing, be a big part of the Phillies' future here at the big league level.
A low pitch. Cespedes with his 28th home run.
If there's any kids out there watching this, they're probably in bed because school's starting. Don't act like this if you're a big leaguer. I don't care if it's Colton Murray's first day in the big leagues. Don't act like that if you hit a ball that far. He's going to get one of his teammates hurt doing that crap.
It's fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-1. Career high 28 home runs.
He is a talent.
Up and in, 1 ball, 1 strike.
He literally is a 5-tool player. Does everything exceptionally well.
The book on him, and it's part of the reason why he's been with so many teams, is that, you know, there are times where he just doesn't go with the 100% effort of a 5-tool player. There was an inside the park home run the other night here at Citi Field.
He wasn't even in the picture.
He was playing left field. The ball went off the top of the wall in left center. It shot back over, I guess it was Lagares' head, rolled back towards shallow left center, and he pretty much just stood in left field. Now, a lot of people thought it was a home run. It was over the orange line. But still, everybody else is running after the ball, and he's just hands on knees standing in left field. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Goodire. Curveball way down. This is a good curveball. And that's the first big league strikeout for Colton Murray. Cameron Rupp will toss the ball away.
That's a nice breaking ball. I think looking back at it, just Buddy applauding that effort. Ball for the trophy case. Looking back at that AB, I think he went hook, 0-2, fastball away. I think maybe if you climb the ladder, because we saw Aaron Harang get Cespedes with that high fastball last night, you could change that eye level a little bit.
In the dirt, 1 ball, no strikes. Yeah, the key for Cespedes' success is if he does get a fastball down. He hasn't missed many of them this year. Out of play. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Murray. Cespedes, though, adds on another one for New York. A long home run. 9-4 Mets as we go to the top of the 9th inning.
matchup for the Phillies and Red Sox for the weekend series, a 3-game set on Friday night. The left-hander Adam Morgan takes the ball. He'll oppose Joe Kelly for the Red Sox. That game's at 7:10 Eastern Time. On Saturday at 4:05, it'll be Alec Asher and Wade Miley hooking up. And then on Sunday, 1:35, game time up there in Boston. Jared Eichhoff will take the ball for the Phillies. Eduardo Rodriguez for the Red Sox. Phillies down by 5 guys, but this one's not over yet.
All right, Murph, we appreciate that. Addison Reed is coming on. It's not a save situation. By the way, people around this ballpark, whether it be the writers, the broadcasters for the Mets, or even the folks in the Mets clubhouse, raving about Jared Eichhoff and what they saw the other night. Freddie Galvis will lead things off. Galvis is 1 for 3, swings at the first pitch. Cespedes comes trotting in and puts it away. On 1 pitch. And Aaron Altair will be the pinch hitter for the Phils. Addison Reed 2-2 with a 4.07 earned run average. Most of that, with the exception of last night's effort and the out tonight with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Altair, 233 hitter with 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. He takes inside. 1-0.
Throw that pitch all day long and have success. Outer half, knees.
Popped it up right side. Kelly Johnson is under it. And there are 2 outs. Phillies down to their final out. Well, the season series, the dominance of it belongs to the Mets. There's no question about that. Phillies won last night. Well, the Mets are 13-2 in the season series. Terry Collins recognized the other night. He said, listen, these things are cyclical. And they are. But his domination, his team's domination over the Phillies not only has been this year, but it dates back a couple of seasons now. Darnell Sweeney, 1 for 4. He homered his last time up. Winning 261.
The Mets have the pieces, Tom.
Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Baseball's a funny game. Anything can happen, but see, there's no way this team doesn't win the East. There's no way.
Their pitching holds up. And they've got the depth too.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
DeGrom with the long hair next to Neese. Matt's next to him. Sweeney fouls it off. Syndergaard is behind him. They'll skip him this turn.
Yeah, we'll just skip him.
Yeah, Bartolo squeezed in there.
Pancho.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Inside 2-2. There is the thought of 07 and even 08 when the Mets were in position, but couldn't finish it off in September. But the way the Nats are playing, and the way the Mets are playing over the last 40 days or so,
they do have a lot of meetings left between the two.
Yep, they face each other, I think it's 6 times or 3 and 3. including the last weekend of the season, or last 3 games of the season. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Sweeney. That one's in the air to right center field. Lagares is there. This should do it. And the Mets have now won 9 consecutive series against the Phils as they win tonight by a final of 9-4, and they take 2 of 3 from Philadelphia here at Citi Field. Well, Ruben Tejada is our Chevrolet player of the game. He was 2 for 4, an inside the park home run. He also picked up an RBI and a ground out and an RBI and a base hit. So he finished with 4 ribbies. The Phillies will now head to Boston and try to pick up a couple games there. Finish this road trip at least at 500 or better. We'll be back to Citi Field right after this.